Good morning everyone, today we're going to be looking at another Seiko Day-Day review. After my initial success and the request for more colours to be reviewed, I thought, well, let's do another one of a different colour today. We're going to be looking at the silver dial today, so the SNX S73K1. So just look at the box. It comes in, there's obviously a bog standard Seiko white and black theme box. Simply slides out like so. Obviously a manual here for operation. Nice smooth white box, simple folding lid. Inside we've got a black and a white theme with a nice plump cushion to sit that watch on. I'm wearing my Seiko ProPEX speed timer today. There will be a full sort of a comparison of the two at some point, obviously not today. But for today's purposes, we can be looking at this one. So here we go, guys. This is the Seiko 5 day date, the SNX S73K1. It cost me around about £149 when I originally bought it. That was on Amazon, to be fair. It might be a bit more from the actual provider itself. So Seiko, if you went to them, it probably cost a little bit more. So it's got a 37mm case diameter with 11 to 12mm case thickness, all housed in a stainless steel casing. It probably weighs around about 100 grams. It's not a heavy watch, it's not a tinny watch as well. The tinny sort of sound that you can hear, sadly, it comes from the strap. So you'd think for sort of £150 you might expect a bit more. But the actual quality, I think, comes down into the mechanism, the making, the actual main part of the watch. Speaking of the movement, it's a Seiko caliber 7S26 with 21 joules. That gives you a power reserve of around about 41 to 43 hours of power reserve. So keep it worn unless you're going to take it off for sort of the 40 odd hours or so. So coming down to the dial, we've got a nice, you might notice here from the grains on the actual face of the watch that there's actually individual line grains on there. You might be able to see it if I get the camera to focus properly. Might be able to see that. Yeah, you can see it there, little individual line grains, just where that 6 PM is. Can you see that? So it's got a lined finish sunray dial in terms of like in silver colour. The other models, like the navy blue one, they're not line grained. They're just simple Air King inspired navy blue dials. Got a nice day date as well at 3 PM, and I'll show you that it actually does the Japanese days as well. So the Japanese translation of the days on the rotation. You've got fully luminous hands, fully luminous increments. The actual luminous materials and the coating used in the actual luminous parts is Lumibright, which is quite a decent material to use, rather than being like luminous paint or something like that. The actual watch is covered with Hardlex crystal. It's not a sapphire or anything like that. It's also waterproof to just 30 meters. I wouldn't wear it swimming. I'd just wear it as a casual sort of day-to-day in a dry sort of condition, really. So coming around the actual side of the watch, got a nice polished finish on the outside there, as you can see. Nothing sort of, no special markings on the actual outside of it, like you sometimes see with watches like Invicta. Coming around to the crown. So the crown is a recessed crown at the 4 PM position with two positions. First one, obviously the actual day date function, bi-directional that you might expect, and as you can see the shapes of the Japanese characters for different days. First time I've ever seen a watch actually with that. I usually see I don't know which language it is now actually. I usually see a different language on the actual day date. But it's got a good strong rotation to it when you're turning it around. Second position, again a nice firm pull out as well, with an excellent feel on the hands, nice and strong. Despite the fact the crown is recessed at the 4 PM, it is quite a decent crown to use. and it's got a nice firm click down as well. You might notice that the second hand doesn't actually stop moving when you pull the crown out, which is a bit of an odd thing, really. But yeah, oh well. The actual bezel itself is a flat sort of 45-degree indented ring. Again, polished finish. Coming down to the strap, now this is where you start to notice sort of things creeping in. It's a 90mm star strap, following an inspiration of a oyster strap. My original Seiko did come on a very similar strap, but a bit more of a thick, blocky one. But then you are going up by another sort of £400 in terms of price. So this is where the quality does come down. I'll shut up for a second so you can hear this. In my eyes, that doesn't scream quality for me, to be fair. You're paying sort of £150, you're getting that sort of feel to it. It's a cheaper, almost like an oyster petrol inspired strap, but with Jubilee size in terms of strap. This is quite a common strap, to be fair, for Seiko, is a thin oyster petrol style strap system. But it's a cheaper strap. There's no screws or pins on the side of the strap to allow for the quick, easy adjustment for that. I think you can still adjust them, but it's obviously not by screws. Coming down to the double fold over clasp. Again, it's a cheap stainless steel interior component, really. It's quite a flimsy sort of material. There's a few areas here of adjustment if you want to as well. It slides around a bit and does crunch down in a sort of a cheap fashion. Open. Looking at the back plate, you've got a nice transparent look at that back plate there with the movement fully visible with its markings as well. The strap is not quick release or anything like that, so you will need a little tool just to remove that. I just recommend to get a different strap for it if you can. So there we go, guys. That is the Seiko Day-Date in the silver dial. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you on the next video.